Good afternoon, everyone. How are we all today? Who have we got in our chat for Work in Progress Wednesday? We've got Miss Thea. How are you? And we've got Cal and Jan. Jan, are you here but not here, or are you actually here? That's the question. But Patty's here but not here. Okay. Oh, you're driving, right? Okay. Excellent. And we've got Ulrika as well. Hi. Excellent. Glad to see you all. I've got it's a wee bit toasty in the cave today. It's a bit warm, and this is probably the warmest it's been. So it's also very humid as well, which isn't helping. I'm a figment of your tortured imagination. Oh lordy. Oh, we've got Billy as well. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you. You had to tear yourself away from your Julie paint. So they came. I was hoping they would get there quickly. Excellent. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Yeah. So it's on the toasty side today. I don't know why, but I thought it would be a good idea to eat chocolate. Not something I do very often, but I've got a Milka Happy Cows, and my beverage of choice is no tea today. It's too warm for tea, so I've got a nice glass here with lots of ice in it. I really like these glasses because they've got like a nice ombre. Anyway, so today's beverage of choice is Tesco Plum and Pear still flavoured water. This is one of my favourites. It's very delicate tasting. YouTube already told you about the stream. Oh my goodness. Love the Happy Cows Milka. I tried the yogurt one as well. Wasn't a fan. Mr. Jem loved it. I was like, oh no, that's a bit. I'll just stick with the chocolate. I say it's not something I have very often, but there was an offer on. It was like so many bars for whatever it was, and I thought I'll get them and keep them. So I have to hide them from Mr. Jem though, otherwise they would all be gone in about 3 days. So, but that one's been in the fridge, so it's nice and crispy. But yeah, I need to get plenty of fluids into me today. Milk of chocolate was once so good, now no comment. Yeah. There isn't any good chocolate anymore, it doesn't exist. For us, it's Cadbury's that's been ruined. Cadbury's used to be so, so good, and it's just not. Again, funnily enough, bought by the same company. Cal likes the elderflower mixes. Oh, yeah. So we've got a wee bit of my bra strap showing, goodness me. This, I really like this t-shirt, but it's getting to the stage where it's flashing my bra. It's getting too big for me, so this may be one of its last outings. But I'm just in the interest of having something baggy on to keep myself cool. I've also got no socks and shoes on, which is quite unusual for me as well. I am in my bare feet because it's hot. It's warm. It's warm. I'll send some over once it won't melt in the mail. Okay. Austrian Aldi's has insanely good chocolate, but apparently I have heard that because obviously we have Aldi here, and there's quite a few people that have said that the chocolate's really good. I'm not that bothered about chocolate anyway, to be honest. So, but yeah, we might have the same stuff as you, but I'm not sure if we do or not. If that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway. It's all good. Yes, we've got quite an exciting stream this afternoon because I have my set of Polychromos pencils. So for those of you that pre-ordered your sets, as you probably know, because there's a few of you in here, your sets are out in the mail. You should have them. I'm hoping either maybe tomorrow, today or tomorrow. Maybe today or tomorrow. But I have my set here. I have not touched them. I have looked at them, I have admired them, but I have not done anything with them. So I would like to swatch those out. One of the things I really want to do is I want to try them out on mid-tone paper because we've got these sort of pastel-y colours. Polychromos pencils generally work quite well on darker paper, so I'm curious to see what the pastel colours look like and how much opacity stroke transparency there is in the pencils. So definitely want to try that out. If I've still got time in the first hour after we've swatched out, I would like to try them out in a colouring book. Some of you, the older cavers, and by that I mean those of you who have been cavers for longer, not your actual age, some of you will know that one of my favourite places to test out pencils is in Johanna Basford's World of Flowers. And again, I feel like because this set's got quite a few pastel colours in it, that would be a good place to try it out. But we'll see how far we get. And then the second half of the stream, we are going back to our scrapbook cozy corner type page, and we'll try and push that on a wee bit as well. So I would love to hear about your work in progresses. What have you brought with you today? What are you doing? Tell me, because I like to hear these things. In other news, I'm basically just harvested out. I was hoping to have a video out earlier in the week, and I just don't have 2 minutes myself. I am not feeling 100%. I'm not firing all cylinders at all. I'm not sleeping. And one thing and another. I've hardly been out running as well. I'm just not quite right. I am going to the doctor on Friday though. So I'll have a chat with the doctor then. But yeah, I'm just like really sluggish, really tired. I'm a bit headachy today as well. Do you know that way? I'm not sick, but I'm not functioning properly. So this afternoon will be a nice sort of chill out, you know, let's just relax a wee bit. But really, I could quite happily just go to bed, honestly. So we'll see how we get on. Internet's behaving itself this week. I don't know what happened last week. I don't know what was going on, but it went on for days and days and days. And it was just ridiculous. And anytime I contacted either of the two companies, because our internet is mobile internet, because we're out in the sticks, so I have two internet providers. I've got two providers. I've got my internet provider, which is one mobile company, and then my mobile phone is with a different network, and they both share the same masts. I know that they do. And I contacted both of them, and according to them, everything was a-okay. There was no problems, and everything was running fine. And I'm like, well, I beg to differ. So yeah, that wasn't helpful at all, and it made work absolute torture as well because everything was really, really slow. So I'm glad that sorted itself out because I was beginning to lose my patience. Like, come on, internet, like stop doing this to me. Cal got a massive pile of junk mail today. The new every other day rule for second class sucks. Well, this is why I don't Oh, look, Thea's put a notification up in the Discord that the stream's on. I'm like, why am I Discord vibrating? People are here. I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, that's why, especially for shop orders, I used to use second class post quite a lot. It's just as cheap to use tracked 48, which is 2-day delivery. So you're out that is like a loophole where you can skip out this every other day nonsense. So most people will get their parcels tracked now. Ulrika's come up, so excuse me. Don't talk with your mouth full, Jen. Ulrika is upstairs because it's cooler, but our stuff is downstairs. Hello, Angela. I'm Green Hat as well. Nice to see you too. Oh no, Jan's going to have to take cash to the pub. Oh no. Billy's weather is also strange. It must be due to the alignment of the planets, so we feel strange too. Yeah, there's quite a few people that haven't been feeling all that good. We've also, for most of us, look at my hair. What is that? Like, where did that? I'm freshly dyed, so I'm a bit, again, humidity. My hair's all over the place. That's why I thought I'd pin it up. We have the eclipse this evening around the 7 o'clock mark as well, which is weird but kind of cool. Something is weird with my chat. It's changing what I'm typing. Yeah, Cal, there's an eclipse tonight. Yeah. We're going to have quite a lot of cloud cover, unsurprisingly, in Scotland. So we should be able to watch it without burning our eyeballs out, which is quite cool. Hi, Pam. Pink order hands from Pam. How are you? So yeah, the stuff to look forward to today is great, isn't it? Right, I'm just going to munch these 2 wee squares of chocolate and then we'll get going. Hi, Martin. Didn't eat on stream. I was just feeling a wee bit peckish though. That chocolate was winking at me in the fridge. Hot and stressed. Patty needs to check the shop. Obviously now we have these, so these are showing as in stock in the stash shop. So if you do want to grab yourself a set, they're there, and it's back to normal. I had the postage in with the cost of the pencils for pre-order, kind of as like a pre-order offer. But when you go in now, if you do want to buy a set of these, you just put them in your basket as normal, and your shipping will be calculated at the end. So Let's have a wee look, shall we? I'll pop this paper to the side. This stuff, that's just my scrapbook and stuff for later. The first thing that I noticed about this tin of pencils, they've kept the traditional and the original packaging the way they do with their other pencil sets, which is nice. Apparently you can use a colander to project the eclipse onto paper. It's 30 degrees in the study. I am on the sofa with a fan pointed directly at me. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I'm in my bare feet. I'm never in my bare feet. I've always got something on my feet, but I am in my bare feet because it's you know it must be bad when we're warm here. I think it's about 27 outside just now, which for Scottish people is like that's like the pits of Hades. So I can only begin to imagine how the rest of you are all coping. Yeah, you missed the pre-order. Well, they're in stock, Patty, and I do have quite a few sets. So if you're wanting to get yourself one, you can just head over. Yeah. So the thing I noticed about these pencils straight off the bat is this is the order that they've come in the tin. So they've kept the brighter colours to one side and then the more delicate colours to the other. The pencil colour names are wild. If anyone wants to correct my pronunciation as we go along today, please feel free. I don't know what I was expecting name-wise, but it wasn't this. That's all I can say. Some of them are fabulous and some of them you're just like, what? I do think as well, though, part of that you have to remember that these names will have been created in German and then translated into English, so that'll account for some of it. But even at that, some of them are just a bit strange, and not very imaginative. But we'll get to that. We will get to that. So in preparation, I should really put these on this. Let me just sort of rejig things here. I've got my water. Hi, Miri, how are you? Yeah, so I'm going to pop these here. I've already been in my sketchbook and got myself a wee set of labels done so that we can look at each colour. I want to show you the pencils that I'm suspicious of. Not suspicious, well, yeah, kind of suspicious. And I talked a wee bit about these before. I feel like this orange pencil is needless. So this one is Perinone Orange. We've got lots of oranges in the Polychromos pencils. I feel like this was not needed. It looks suspiciously like orange glaze to me. And the other one that we really didn't need is this blue colour. Fra Angelico Blue. Again, not convinced about this at all. I really think that these two in particular, not necessary, but we'll compare them to the pencils in the original set, which I shall just go and grab. I thought I was organised. Clearly, I'm not. Pencils. All my pencils. Yeah, this the t-shirt situation. I had a wee bit of a clean out of some more clothes, and I found some bras that fit me, of which I am wearing one today. I brought my last box of clothes down from the loft, so I was kind of having a look through there, and a lot of the stuff fits me, or it's just like a wee bit too tight, which is great. But this t-shirt, when I was much bigger, I had a t-shirt the same colour, but it had a round neck, and I used to wear it all the time, and I really liked it. So when I found this, I was really excited. But now that this is too big, I've actually been back on the internet, and I'm trying to find this one in a smaller size, and they don't make this one anymore. But they do t-shirts in the same style, they're just in different colours. So I might get them instead, but you know, just like a size down, because I really like them and they're really versatile because you can tuck them in, and they look a wee bit smarter because they've got like a folded sleeve on them, and a V-neck is always much more flattering when you've got a large bust like myself. So, but my problem is now that this is really loose, like the shoulders have dropped, so I'm always showing a bra strap or flashing my boobs or whatever. So it's about time to give it up because I'm borderline inappropriate now. Yeah, so I've got these pencils here, but yeah, like just looking at our oranges, like do we really need any more oranges, honestly? And again, the blue situation, you've got more blues in this set than we can shake a stick at. So I'm a wee bit apprehensive about those, but we shall compare as we go along, and you can tell me what you think as well. Simply Be does that style. I don't think I've ever shopped from Simply Be. Are they just like an online company, Cal? And what side do they do all sizes? Miri thinks that the orange and the blue. Well, they might, Miri, but I haven't touched these at all. I'm going in blind to these, and I know that you've already got yours and you've swatched yours out. So it will be interesting to see whether we agree or we have differing opinions. Borderline inappropriate now, only pertaining to this particular t-shirt, yes. So let's get cracked on anyway. So our first pencil, let's do you want to be able to see the tin of pencils as well? Will I try and keep everything in shot? I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. Maybe I can, or maybe I should do it that way. I know I'm left-handed, but I'm trying not to bump the microphone. I think that's about as good as it's going to get for now. They don't have a physical store and they go up to size 30. I'm going to write that down. Obviously, I don't need a size 32, but the inclusive sizes. This is the thing as well, because this is the one that I've got on these are like small, medium, large. And this, I don't even know what size this is, but I think it might be a large or an extra large. Simply Be. Thanks for that, Cal. I'll have a wee look. See, I really like this t-shirt. Like, I really do. This is my go-to, like, see, when I don't know what to want to wear or I'm feeling a bit pathetic, I'm like, I'll just put my favourite t-shirt on. They have very flattering cuts for the larger busts, etc. Okay, well, we like a bit of that here. Simply Be also sells Joe Browns in the bigger sizes. I personally prefer yours clothing. That's a style print. Oh, I'm going to write this down as well. Well, see, the thing is, for me now, I'm on, because of my bust size, I'm kind of like in between sizes. I can get away with a 14 in some things, but see, if I'm buying like a blouse or a shirt, I need a 16, otherwise I end up with like the gapey buttons. So, and what that means is I'm now on that crossover between plus size and like standard sizes as well. So I'm open to all options. Yours, okay. And Joe Brown stuff though, that's one thing. I'm in like the mid-size stuff in Joe Brown's now. I'm more or less a 14 all over with Joe Brown's, bar a couple of their shirt styles. I really like Joe Brown stuff, but we've talked about this before. I think the quality's really gone downhill with a few things, particularly their knitwear. They just, yeah, they're jumping, because remember I had those nice soft V-neck jumpers and they just fell to pieces after like 3 or 4 months. Excellent. Thank you for your recommendations, ladies. Right, okay, so Arylide yellow. We can't see it. This is why I want to do this on my tone paper as well. So that's like a yellow chartreuse. Right, where's my... I'm absolutely... I swear blind, I'm losing my marbles. There, it's there. I also don't have my glasses. I don't know where they are. I've sat them down somewhere. Don't know where they are. Had a look for them, can't find them. Ha! So yeah, we can... Obviously, we've got normal polychromos quality here. We know we're getting good quality pencils. And we can build up these layers and make it really opaque. But you can see there that we've got the transparency. So if you want to layer and blend your colours, then that you can do. Mr. Gem's just come in. I can hear him talking. My kitchen's like some sort of rural meeting point. There's forever folk coming in and out, and especially at this time of year with harvest. There's quite often I wander through and there's a stranger sitting at my kitchen table. I'm like, oh, hello. Okay, so Yeah, a light greenish yellow. It looks very green on the grey paper, doesn't it? Refreshing hasn't worked for me. This is annoying AF YouTube. What have you done? Oh, you like the tunic tops, Mary? They're so pretty. They don't sit well on me because bust. But I love some of those tops. That's a shame. And now I'm salty about the polychromos and the stupid autocorrection of whatever I'm typing. Oh, Thea. Older Joe Brown stuff that I've worn to death and it's still going strong. I have to say that their jeans are still really good. I will stand by, but for me the jeans fit me really well. I need a lot of thigh room in a pair of jeans, and I don't necessarily need it at the waist. And Joe Brown's stuff seems to fit me really well on my bottom half. It's the same with like their smart trousers as well. And they oh hugs. Oh, Rika's giving Thea hugs. Oh, you two are so sweet. So yeah, I get that entirely. And my mum used to buy shoes from Joe Brown's as well, and she said that the quality of those had started to go downhill as well. I've not experienced that myself though. The newer tunic's definitely. Oh, we've got another tunic fan. Okay, so yeah, this is like a yellow. If any of you got Prismacolors, I feel like that's like a yellow chartreuse type colour. Although the next one along, so this is Lazardite Green, and that's a greenier version. A greenier version. I'm gonna get all the technical names today. Greenier. That's actually a really nice colour. I like that. That would be really nice for some spring leaves, some bamboo. Really fresh colour. Yeah, I quite like that. So let's see what this looks like next to. Oh, it looks very similar on the grey paper. They look almost identical. There's only like a hint of a difference there. And it's much, much more obvious on the white paper than it is on the grey paper. Interesting. The camera's showing that up reasonably well, but they are so close together, whereas these don't look close together at all. Is it just me? Do you guys see that too? Green hat. Looking at the Joe Brown's website, there's so much I like, but I can't justify buying any more clothes. I have so many. Well, see, I'm in the market for clothes just now because I'm quite limited on what fits me. I did the last box of clothes in the loft does include teeny tiny clothes. So basically for when I'm, at my healthy lowest weight, and I found some running vests, and I put one on just for a laugh, and like skin tight doesn't cover it. I was like. And it's like my boobs were like squished up against my chin. It's like, oh no, I might not be able to get back like this. So I've got a few bits and pieces. I've got a really nice Ben Sherman shirt that I've had for years and years and years, and it's never fit me properly. So I'm determined that that's like my goal. I'm getting into that shirt, even if it kills me. I might have to wait for a breast reduction for that one, but it's such a pretty shirt. Oh, goodness me. Right, so let's move on to the next pencil. Golden ochre. See, now this is a pencil that's worthwhile. I think I like this one. I'm always up for, again, referring back to the Prismacolors, this feels and looks a lot like Goldenrod, which is one of my favourite Prismacolor pencils. Very, very, a very flexible colour to use, and I imagine this would pair quite well with the green gold, if you were doing metallic-y things or anything like that. I kind of like this, and that'll work well with some of your browns as well. That's a lovely colour. I like that a lot. Okay, this is my favourite so far. Yeah. Okay, I'm into that. I'm right. Golden ochre for the win. Thumbs up for that one. And next we have red jasper. Again. Oh, okay. Okay. So this is like a vermilion-y type colour, isn't it? It's like a dirty vermilion. Okay, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm trying to, like, in my head, I'm like, when am I going to use this colour? not sure how much of a use for this. Let me just. We don't really have anything similar to that. I mean, obviously we don't, because otherwise they wouldn't have made it a pencil, but is it necessary? So the closest I think would be like the cadmium orange, which obviously this is going to be, I'm going to have to move these now. There's going to be quite a big difference here. I'll just use this. I've got a page before. That was when I was messing about with my charcoal and my clouds. Yeah, okay, so there's a substantial difference. Okay. Again, I just don't use oranges that often. Yeah, we've got these look like rusty colours, you're right, Mary. See, I'm getting a whole autumn vibe here. Like I feel an autumn picture coming on on the grey paper. Yeah, okay. I approve of these two so far. Like they need my seal of approval. Okay, so here is the Perignon orange. Is that how we're pronouncing it? Kind of want to pronounce it like Hermione, so Perignon. I don't know how you pronounce that. Oh. Okay, so this is an offensive orange. Too love a good offensive pencil here. Yeah, right, okay. This is a colour that I don't think eh, eh. Because that to me, so again, I feel like that would sit. Oh God, I'm fucking thinking. That to me would sit somewhere between. I seem to have it. Oh, I've missed a page in my sketchbook. Look, I hate that habits. I also realise as well I don't have my manual focus on. Goodness me, you're gonna end up with a sore head. Yeah. So the dark cadmium orange and this Perino, like they're so close together. Come on. Yeah, I'm not bothered about this one. Not bothered about offensive orange. And again, I struggle to I struggle to find a reason to use an orange like that. I don't know if it's just me. What do you guys think? Per non. Non. Perinon. 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 Okay. Had sunset tone to it a bit. Yeah, okay. I just don't. Yeah, okay. It's very, very close to the dark cadmium orange. It's slightly lighter, but like not noticeably so unless you're really looking for it. So yeah, I think this was potentially a wasted pencil in this set of 20. So there's that. Pearl Red. This was the one I was hoping, because was it in the Discord we were talking about this? I was hoping we would get like a proper pillar box red, like a Royal Mail post box red. And I was really hoping that this was going to be it, but this is pink. It's like a pinky red. Again, this is where my camera deceives you. This looks a lot more red on the screen than it is. It's got a very obvious pink hue to it. Again, we don't have anything similar to it in the set, though, to be fair. It's quite a pretty colour. I quite like it, but it's definitely more pink than red. So there's that. So I won't say that I dislike this one, but I would have much preferred like a true red, like a primary red or whatever you want to call it. Because that's something that literally the pencils straddle either side of that, and it's like, why didn't you just give us one? Like, why is that not a thing? But it's fine. It looks slightly pinkier on here, but in this light on the camera, that looks more like it's got an orange tint to it, which is weird. It was on Discord. Would have been nice to get a pure red, like a scarlet red, but I'm guessing it's a pigment. I would imagine it'll be a light fast issue for sure. 100%, Mary. 100%. Right, moving on over, we're getting into other interesting pencils now. So quinacridone in magenta. This, again, I'm like, is this just not light magenta, but slightly darker? So magenta. Had to turn you off while we did some work because my line manager does not listen to me. Oh, okay. That's a really pretty colour as well. It's pretty. Ooh. Okay. So I'm like, magenta. So there's our light magenta. Guys. Like that is so close. They are different colours. They are different colours, but they are so close together. Like what? You're gonna. Okay. Fine. They're so close together. Let's see what it looks like on the grey paper. Oh, I'm not seeing much of that on there. That's not showing up so well at all. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so I think this magenta colour, that's another dud for me. So that's, yeah, okay, that's two that I'm not really all that excited about. But we go. Oh, I've bumped these pencils along by accident. Okay, Tyrian or Tyrian purple. It's lilac. Oh, that's like a grade lavender again. Prismacolor people. That's like a grade okay, that's a good color. I like this color. This is a good addition. This is new. Squints and leans in. You're like, yeah, is that the same pencil? I agree entirely with what you're saying, Mary. But this is the actual color that's down here. This is good. We like this. Patty's home, yay! You will like that. Yep, I'm into that. Doing a good job on the grey paper as well. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, I'll take that. That makes me happy-ish. Dark ultramarine violet. Again, this is kind of getting into this territory where do we need any more blue pencils? Probably not. But we'll see. Dark ultramarine violet. Okay. I can actually pay attention. Well, that's good. I don't know how I feel about this. It looks a wee bit purplier on screen. It's a little bit more blue. But again, we don't have that sort of colour. But in my mind, I'm like, well, we've got Delft blue, which is just like a dark purpley blue, isn't it? So that might complement that. See, that makes the Delft blue look really like royal purple. Okay. Oh, Jock's dreaming away, he's twitching away. Wonder what he's dreaming about. Chasing sheep. Okay, that looks good on the grey paper though. Okay, I don't hate this one. I don't know if I'm particularly excited about it, but I don't hate it. We'll lose it. And then we're on to the Fra Angelico blue. I feel that without even swatching this out, I feel like this is just totally unnecessary. You know, we've got so many blues in this set. Like, where does this, what gap does this fill? I mean, it's a nice vibrant colour. But, what? You've got, because I mean, you've got cobalt blue, you've got cobalt blue greenish, and then you've got ultramarine blue. So, you know, we're pretty good for the like those types of blues. So here's the new one. There's ultramarine. There's cobalt blue greenish. And there's cobalt blue. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a duplicate of anything again, obviously, but I just feel like we've got so many choices that it's just not like they could have done other stuff. Like they could be doing other stuff. I actually need to spend a bit of time putting my polys back into sensible order because the other problem I've got now is that the case that I've got these in holds 120 pencils. I do not have space for another 20 pencils, but I really like the case that they're in, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Has anybody bought a new pencil case yet, or has anybody rearranged things to accommodate their new pencils? That is quite a nice rich colour. Okay. Right, now we get into the fun stuff because now we're into the pastel colours. Yeah, agree, Minnie. Here's my water. Jan's already sorted. Love it. I really like the pencil case that I've got because it's my one with the stars on it. But I don't think I can cram in. I mean, there are spaces of, oh, well, I could take the blenders out. I could probably get rid of the metallic pencils as well because realistically I don't use them and they're terrible. So that's one of the things I'll never understand about the polychromos. Like, why do the metallic pencils exist? They're awful. That would give me 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, I'd still be short. Okay, never mind. Absolutely, but this is, you know, this is what I'm saying. I mean, there's colours that I'll absolutely not use. Oranges is not a colour that I use very often, so naturally I'm not going to be that excited about that. But I do use a lot of earth tones, so that's why like the gold ochre and the red jasper appeals to me because I'm like, oh, I can see myself using those. So it depends what you do. You know, people that do a lot of like botany type stuff, they're going to love these colours. Like they're going to be perfect. And there are a collective of people who really like pastel colours. So there's that. Hello, we've got a pink on our hand. How are you, Isa Elizabeth? Right, we are now on to right. So this is where, yeah, we're into these pastel colours now, which I think will be a bit more interesting. Oh, look, this is so pretty. It's so delicate. You can barely see what I'm doing. I promise you it's there. I'm hoping that these will show up fabulously on the grey paper. Yes, that's like a really light sky blue colour. With it, I feel as if it's got a tiny hint of grey in it as well. I'll show you in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's nice. Like that. Like that. Very good, very nice. Green jasper. Oh, I really like this one. How nice is that? See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, there's a colour that you don't see very often in a pencil. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Faber-Castell. Just what I like. Mm. This is probably your favourite one, is it, Mary? Okay, we like the green jasper, but we've also got, this is really, the name's becoming a bit of a mouthful, Bohemian Green Earth. So it's like a light sage colour, isn't it? Again, if you do a lot of flora, then this is going to be quite a handy pencil to have. Do you know what instantly comes to mind? See if you were drawing like a leaf, um, see for like a highlighted area or like a, you know, where there's a water droplet, this would be a really good colour to use. It's almost the colour of my living room walls. It's probably why I like it. It's nice. Okay. Yeah. This green makes this green look really blue though. That's the only thing. Cal's salty over the naming of Jasper. Yes, there's lots of Jasper that isn't really Jasper. The three greens, the Noctirium purple, and the thulites are probably thulites. Have we come across them yet? We can't have done. Oh, I see them. I see them, Mary. I see them. Yeah, I definitely these two light green colours and these two, they're my favourites so far. And I can see myself using them. Okay, so moving along now, we've got slate green. So I'm assuming this will be like a greyish green. I don't see very much green in that. Oh, maybe a little bit. I would call that like a putty colour. I definitely wouldn't group it in with my greens. I group that in with my greys. I like it though. This is good. This is a good colour to have. I'm always complaining about a lack of putty stroke biscuity colours in pencil sets. That's something that I always feels missing. And it just looks like a light grey here on the grey paper. So we're putting grey on grey, then there's a possibility that might happen. But there, again, because it's sitting next to green as well, it really doesn't look green at all. There's like a hint of green in there. A dove-ish greeny grey. That's what we should have called it, Mary. A dove-ish greeny grey. Oh, goodness me. Right, so we're this is light zircon red, so this is going to be like a really pale pinky colour. Yeah. Oh, that's so delicate. You're struggling to see that. The it's clouded over a bit, so the sun's kind of like popping in and out, and that always wreaks havoc with my lighting situation here. You can see I'm casting a shadow. Again, am I going to use this colour? I can see me using it maybe on the end of like a dog's nose or a dog's tongue or something, but uh, honestly, mm, do you know, I think this is actually a wee bit too delicate. I think it's too much of a tint. Is if there's such a thing as being too pastel, I think this is it. Um, I would like when it's when you've got a good couple of layers like that and you've got sort of full opacity. I would like to have seen just a little bit more colour from that. It feels a little bit washed out. So there's that. So now we're on to the thulite reddish. But is it reddish? Okay. I don't know what to think of some of these. Do you know that? I actually don't know what to think about some of these. I've just again not colours that I use very often. Yeah, I was gonna say like that's just the thulite reddish is just a paler version of the light flesh, which is not called light flesh anymore. That just shows you how old my pencils are. What's it called now? Is it coral? Can't remember which one it is. But yeah, that's but we can achieve this by using a light-handed this. So again, they're really close. Like you can barely see them because they're that pale. They're really close. The light flesh that's not called light flesh anymore is slightly more reddish. It's slightly darker, but they're really really close. Okay, again, don't really know how I feel about that. I think again for maybe for portraiture, people that draw humans, because again I just don't draw humans, that might be quite a useful pencil, but for me not so much. And I just feel it's a bit too desaturated. They were skin tones. The thing is though, see, the odd time that I do skin tones, I use the pencils that we've already got and I'm quite happy with. These are like really pale skin tones, like super pale skin tones. Like how washed out do you want your people to be? And this is too like yellowish, so this is going to be more of the same. Okay. See, now that this is what I'm talking about. When you've got some layers down there, there's actually some colour there. So that yeah, that just feels better. I just realised I didn't do the reddish one over here. This one's my favourite out of these ones. Again, I don't know. I think if you were going to use these on mid-tone paper, you would maybe pick a lighter grey than this. I just grabbed this because this was the first one I had to hand. I've got some Strathmore toned paper and it's more of a lighter grey. I'm sure it's a Strathmore 400 series. Some of you all know the paper I'm talking about. Yeah, okay. Again, very little in these on this particular shade of paper. So maybe not the most helpful thing to swatch out on. And now we are into the brownish, through light brownish. Oh, this is a good colour. So I was talking about putty colours. It's this one. I like this. This is good. This is great for landscapes, stones, beaches, dogs that happen to be sandy coloured. Not that that's a landscape, but you know what I mean. Yeah, no, this is a good addition. I like this a lot. I say that's one of my main complaints about most pencil sets is there's no like sort of putty colours. I don't really know what else to call that, but I'm assuming that most of you understand when I say a putty colour. Again, like there's so little between these on the grey paper, so little. But I mean, obviously that's going to happen. But this green in particular, like I think I might be in love with that pencil. Okay, so that leads us on to a couple of greys to finish the set off. The brownish one is so useful. That's definitely a useful pencil, and again, I think that's one of those ones that I would use a lot. With in conjunction with other pencils, I can see myself reaching for that a lot. A bit like I do with the green gold. It looks like a kneaded eraser. That's funny. Okay, so amethyst grey. Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's quite a pretty colour. That it's just got like the right amount of purple versus grey in it. Like there's just a hint of it. I like that one very much. Very, very much. Again, I love a good grey pencil. Big fan. That's one of the things I really like about the Castle Arts pencils. They've got lots of good greys, and they've got lots of greys in them. One of the set, I can't remember which set it is. It might be the gold ones, though. There's a lot of, like the Faber-Castell gold pencil's not a gold-coloured pencil. Castle Arts, not Faber-Castell. Oh, I can tell I'm tired. But one of the Castle Arts sets has got a lot of greys in it. I can't remember which one it is, but they're good. I like them. Yeah, okay, like that pencil very much. Serpentine grey, now that's a good name for a pencil. Like that for a colour name. Yeah, okay. Okay. Again, I would use that for buildings. I'm thinking like walls as well. Yeah, I like that one too. Okay. I don't know how useful that will be, but I like it. See, they look so similar side by side here. So similar. Okay. Okay. But yeah, I suppose. Yeah, if you're looking for something a bit more delicate, if you're not looking for like what's the word? Oh, come on. Words. Dramatic. If you're not looking for a dramatic shadow, I agree that would be quite a nice colour to use. Good lord. Okay, so like first thoughts then now that I've swatched these out. There's two reasons, or there's two things that make me like pencils. The first one is how pretty the colour is, and the second is how much realistically am I going to use it in my day-to-day pencil thing. So from a pretty perspective, the colours that I think are just absolutely lovely. I really like this green jasper. That's probably my favourite. I like the Tyrian purple as well. That's a pretty colour. And I also like this serpentine grey and the amethyst grey. Those are the ones that I'm really like, oh yeah, I like them. They're the ones that kind of like, speak to me in terms of visual pleasure. Visual pleasure, you know what I mean? In terms of actually using them as pencils, the golden ochre and the red jasper all day long. We'll use them literally till the cows come home, which is November. And I also see myself using the slate green, the green jasper, probably not as much. The Bohemian green earth for sure. This thulite brownish, back to this putty colour that I was talking about, and these greys for contrast and, as Mary said, a wee bit of shadow as well. So I feel that the Angelico blue and the Perignon orange, I feel like they're kind of just surplus to requirements. I don't think that they're needed. The Pearl red is nice, but I would have preferred a pillar box, like a proper true red. The quinacridone magenta is nice as well. It's quite a pretty colour. But again, we've got quite a nice selection of pinks, and it's nice to have another pink, though, to be fair. But again, just not, you know, give me a red, give me give me a pillar box red, give me some more greys. Yeah, so that's just like my first impressions. It's interesting to see how these fare on the toned paper as well. All of them are pretty good, apart from this one here. So the Tyrian purple doesn't really show up that well. Obviously, your paler colours are going to pop out because it's grey. But you can use them clearly on mid-tone paper there, and you will get a result. These do look very, very close together, but again, you wouldn't be using them all together, or it would be highly unlikely that you would be using all these colours together in the same area unless that was the aesthetic you were going for. So I think that they have their use and they have their place, and it is nice to see them added into the bigger collection because there really just wasn't anything like that. In terms of do we call them the original pencils? I don't know what we want to call them, the OGs. So yeah, definitely a nice addition, definitely. And as I say, I see some of them getting used a lot and others not so much. But there you go. So tell me then, everyone, what's everyone's favourite? If you only had to pick one, if you were only allowed one pencil, what would be your choice? And please tell me why you pick it. Is it for practicality or is it for pretty? Or does it do both? It's like getting a DLC for a couple of skins. Mary's having the Bohemian Green Earth because it's just a perfect mid-tone green. Yeah, right, I'll give you that one. Yep, good shout. And it's pretty. I'm not surprised that Miss Saurus has picked purple because that is her favourite colour. But it is extremely pretty. Like, it really, really is. Wendy's up for the green jasper. It's so pretty. So pretty. Good choice. Angela likes the golden ochre. Yeah. Jan's going for the green earth one to help with landscapes. That was Tyrian purple. I'd be all over it. It's an imposter. Oh, okay, that's funny. It's because we don't have a lighter purple. The only one that Seorika's going for practicality, so she's saying the golden ochre pencil. That's going to be super useful. He's like, now we do. Undersided or undecided, or is that a combination of underwhelmed and undecided? It's still more okay, Mary's pissed about this one. She's got bee in her bonnet. It's a combination, Cal. I like it. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I am so glad I got these though. It's so nice and it's so refreshing to have some new colours. For a lot of you and myself included, the polychromos are like a comfy pair of slippers. And it's nice to have some new visitors to join the gang. And one of the nice things about having new pencils like this is colours that you wouldn't necessarily use or you don't use because of the subject matter that you either draw or colour. It's really nice to find a pencil and be like, I wonder where I can use that. Like, I love that. And I get really smug and satisfied. So for me, that'll probably be the orange. I'll be like looking for a place to put it just so I can say I've used it. Second last grey for shadows on white dogs. Yes, Pam. Yes. Or I was going to say shadows on any white animal, actually. I can see using it for like geese or swans as well. Thea still chooses all of them. Have you guys got release dates yet? Everything seems to be very quiet. Cal would probably use the pearl red, but blended with something. Yeah. Well, even if you took the light zircon red and layered or blended it with that, that would give you quite a nice delicate colour as well. They're both red leaning. Mm, interesting. Maybe we should try that. I really want to blend these two together. September at the earliest. Harry, I don't understand how this works. So Thea is Germany adjacent, and obviously these pencils are made in Germany. Thea is like next door. How, how and why are you waiting till September? And Australia had them in July, and obviously here in the UK we've had them within a window of like the last week to 10 days. I'm thinking mix it with red jasper and you might get lucky. But I'll leave that one for you to try. German brand doesn't release their product in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland first, but the very last. It's isn't it? It's strange. It's really, really strange. I mean, that's same with Sweden and the North. Oh, so you guys are getting lumped in with Germany and everything. That's so strange, isn't it? It's so, so strange. They release it furthest and work back. Well, that seems to be the way it's working. Yeah, there you go, Thea. So it's not just German-speaking countries. To be fair, I'm sure our Swedish friend will agree. Sweden can be a funny place when it comes to distribution and things. I have this conversation with Julia quite a lot, and some things are really accessible, and other things like you just can't get. It's really strange. But yeah, I find it interesting that they've put, like Norway, Sweden. Does that include Denmark as well? But I find it interesting that they've lumped them in with Germany and everything. I wonder about like Spain and Italy. And is it just that mainland Europe are getting them later? I mean, for us, like, especially obviously because I've bought them through a supplier, I find it strange that we got them fairly quickly, all things considered, because obviously we are not in the EU anymore. And I thought that that would maybe, put the brakes on it a wee bit, and we might get them later. Very, very strong indeed. So weird. Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, and Norway. Oh, like so the whole kit and caboodle, all of you. Interesting, very interesting indeed. It is very puzzling though. The thing is though, like I could see them releasing maybe like a week or two before, so that the pencils have got time to get to the far-flung regions, like Australia. Everything, it doesn't matter where you are, unless you're in like New Zealand, everything takes forever to get to Australia. So I could see them doing like staggering it so that everyone's like receives the pencils at roughly the same time. But it does seem a bit insulting that they're not released in like Germany, Austria, uh, like that's one of the privileges of having something that's manufactured in the country you stay in. You get first dibs on it, don't you? It's like us with Derwent pencils. It's like we get them for their hours, we get them first. Yeah. So I'd love to know that. I'd love to know the logic behind that. There will be a reason, but I would quite like to know what it is because um but yeah, I think the Australians were extremely happy because they never get anything first, like ever. The Australians were extremely happy. It was much excitement was to be had. Okay, well, I hope that that's been entertaining, interesting, informative, whatever. I quite enjoyed that. It's been a long time since I've swatched out a set of pencils, but I think that was just a nice little interlude for an hour. So I'm going to take a really short break now, pack up my pencils and whatnot. I don't think Mr. Senior Dog here is going to be needing a bathroom break because he's still twitching away. He's absolutely out cold. I'll go and check on Miss Pippi, make sure she's okay, and I shall return. No, they're marked sold out and you can get an email when they restock. According to Google, August is like an initial preview release and September is the wider release. Interesting. So I wonder how many countries have had them then. Australia have had them, the UK have had them. Anybody else? I mean, there are people that have had sets. I know it's because I mentioned Colour with Claire, and I'm pretty sure she got hers directly from Faber-Castell, because she's done a bit of work with them, so you can understand that. But like, I've bought mine through an art supply company that supply retail. Obviously, I'm classed as retail. They're not out in the US, no. I have shipped 2 sets of pencils to the US. Um, it wasn't terribly expensive, but there's obviously people that want them because they don't know when they're getting them. Just says select retailers. I am one of those select retailers. Anyway. Well, I'm sure we'll find out in due course. I mean, it'll all come out in the wash. It will be reasons for it. I'm pretty sure. Pretty page. I quite like having a swatchy page in my sketchbook. Nice to have all that colour in here. Right, guys, I'll take a quick break. I don't know if Ulrika's still here, but if she is, you can all harass her and ask her what she's making for dinner. And by the time I come back, I can live vicariously through you about what you're all having for dinner, and we'll get cracked on with some scrapbooking. So I'll be back in just a wee jiffy. I'll just just laughing at Theo. She's got no brain power left for food. Excited about the eclipse. That's funny, Theo. Love it. Well, I have to say that well, it's not a total eclipse, obviously. But for us here, it's very close. It's like 90 odd percent, isn't it? I always like these kind of things. I also it's weird. Mr. Jem and I were talking about this the other night because we were talking about the eclipse, and that's two sky phenomena that we will have seen um just living in this house because we accidentally saw the aurora borealis as well. It's not that common to get sightings here of the aurora, and we just happened to be outside because we were doing farming stuff, and I was like, oh, the sky's green, and it was amazing. So I like stuff like that. Like I'm excited about it. We have the most amazing harvest moons as well. It's really nice. And that's one of the advantages of being in a rural area. Generally, you don't have a lot of light pollution. We do have Edinburgh Airport's not that far from us, but it's far enough away that it's not an issue. And if you turn away from the nearest town, there's nothing for miles. So if you want to see some stars and some, because apparently there's a meteor shower tonight as well. We're in a really good spot for stuff like that, but we've been like that in most places we've been because we've usually been quite far out. And the number of stars you can see on a good clear night, it's phenomenal, and it's one of my favourite things about living rurally. I do like a bit of sky gazing at night. Cal's yet to catch a meteor shower, usually not clear enough here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Again, see, it's cloudy here. It's actually really nice outside. The humidity's dropped away down. This is the lowest our humidity's been in weeks, because our humidity's been in like the high 80s, low 90s, and basically just a swamp all the time. So although we've had lower temperatures, it's been extremely humid. And the humidity is down into like 60 odd now. So it feels really dry. And there's a breeze blowing as well. But say that the cloud cover's starting to come in now, but it's very pleasant outside. Like you could go and sit outside, although it's hot. It's not terminally hot, shall we say? So again, this is one of those times where I mean, we haven't had much summer weather, honestly. It's been a bit of a mediocre summer so far. So this is actually really nice today, and this is one of the days where it's just really nice to be in Scotland. You're like, yeah, okay. If summer was like this all the time, then we'd be like, yeah, the weather's awesome. So, but few and far between, unfortunately. It's obnoxious up here right now. It's obnoxious. I'll say, I keep saying, like, I wish I could just, like, scoop you all up and bring you to Scotland, because I know a lot of you are really, really suffering. And it's very difficult for us to comprehend because, I mean, 27 degrees is roasting for us. Like, that's hot. Um, and we've always got an ice breeze. We're not that far from the coast. So there's usually some sort of wind, but it's when the wind's warm that it becomes a problem. Basically, I'm like I can wave to Sweden from here. Like I joke with Julia, like I'm waving at you. But yeah, we're very lucky. But where we are as well, although we're elevated, there's higher hills round about us, so we're actually quite sheltered and quite protected. And in the winter here, we miss quite a lot of the really severe weather. The problem is if it snows in our glen, then that's it. You're snowed in basically because everything's, you know, so there's that. But we've been pretty lucky so far, and we don't seem to get the extremes. Whereas when we were at the last cave, we were much, much further north, and it was just grim in the winter, and you got hit with everything. I remember going through it, so it was before the kitchen was redone in the old house. And there was just the wall was basically just like a colander. And I remember going through to the kitchen the first winter because it was January we moved in. It was just before lockdown, and the temperature in the kitchen was 2 degrees Celsius, like inside the house. There was frost on the inside of the windows, and I was like, this house is going to be horrendous because it was a big old drafty farmhouse. I'm very thankful that we're in this house. I don't love this house, but I am growing to like it the longer I stay here. But it's things like that I'm very thankful for this house. Because it's better. The old house was I was work in the winter. I do miss my great big open fireplace. That house had a massive open fireplace in the living room, and it was such a cozy room. It was great. Um, so there's things I miss about it, but weather-wise, we're much luckier here, and we just don't get the extremes, which is very refreshing. Right, okay. So talking about cozy, we've got back to our what's going to be our little cozy nook. So what I wanted to do was, if you remember in the last stream, I was talking about finding smaller plants. These were the ones I had picked out from the stickers that Cal had sent me. But I wanted things for the top of this bookcase. So you can see I've just stuck the frame down. That's all I've done since the last time. I wanted to find like smaller, what Mama Jem would call nicky nacky things. So things to put in the shelf, and I'm going to tuck them in behind that frame so that they look like they're sitting up on top. So whether that's plants or other things. So what I did was I've got these packs of stickers here. And I've chosen these because the size is smaller, like they are actually smaller, so we might get things that fit along here. So I think these two sets we might be able to find something. So this is supposed to be like tea time. There's lots of cups and saucers and things, but I'm hoping we'll find something in here. So we'll start with these ones and see what we can find to put on the shelf. So I'm trying to think about working in layers here. So this is obviously things that are against the wall first so that we can build up on top of it. That's all coffee. That's not much use to me. Might have to do a bit of digging out here. The weather report says 28, but they're not measuring temperatures on the ninth floor facing south. Yeah. Well, this is all tea and coffee. Maybe this pack wasn't the best choice. Let me keep looking. There's so many stickers in these packs, though. They're kind of difficult to show you because they're so shiny. Oh, this one's. Oh, I'm like, what is this? It's a butterfly. I'll move this out of the way so that you can see them there. Yeah, I was like, what is this? It's a butterfly. Okay. Um. Oh, look at this building. This is nice. I like this. Doesn't fit in with what we're doing, but this is lovely. Lots of coffee and things. Okay, this might not be the pack. Oh, look at that cute little chest. Oh, can we put that somewhere? It could be tucked in behind, you know, like in here somewhere. Right, okay, I want that one for later. More coffee. Okay, so I'm not finding anything else in there, but I've got that one sheet. If the study belongs to an ADHD reader, there would be plenty of mugs hanging around. I give up. My hands don't like me anymore. Welcome to my world every day, Cal. It's really funny because my workmates now, like I don't even bother correcting my typos, because it is my left hand and I hit keys with these fingers and I don't realise I've done it, and then I just send the message and I'm like, ah, damn it. They all know though. They're like, that's just James' hand. It's fine. There's a camera. There's a boot. That camera could fit. Oh, okay, quite like that idea. Coffee grinder. Oh, I love this lantern as well. One of the things that I'm going to do when I've got, so there's just a little sack. I'm assuming that's supposed to be coffee, but that could sit up there too. One of the things I want to do imminently when I've got time to scratch my backside, is I'm quite inspired to paint a lantern in gouache. We have, on the ongoing saga of painting the outside of the house, we have lantern style outdoor lights, and we've just bought a third one because there's two already there, so we wanted them all to match, obviously. And they're really pretty, so I kind of want to paint that in gouache, but paint it in the dark so that it's lit up. So that is on the cards imminently. Kind of like that lantern as well. It's too big for there though. Candle. Maybe the candle as well. Okay. I see this set of stickers. I just want to stick all the stickers, like cohesive or not. Yeah, I think we'll put the camera up there. I was kind of looking for some, like a stack of books. Oh, there's a shelf that's just got stuff on it as well. Where can we put that? We just put that up there. Or you put that in behind there on this side so that we can tuck that bit of the shelf in. Oh, I like that idea. I want it through the. Okay. Right, let's go with that one. Rika just got the YouTube notification that there's a live stream. Imagine that. Right, where are my good? I've got a really good set of tweezers. I don't know where they are though. They're vicious though. They're like really pointy. You will injure yourself on them. Don't know where they are though. I think I'll just use one of these cheap sets. Got these little. I should really have my glasses for this, but see, I don't know where they are. I've sat them down somewhere. Um, Chop that off halfway through the bottle. Stick that there. And then and push that in. Perfect. Oh, there's another shelf. Yeah, I got completely sidetracked and far too overexcited there. I beg your pardon. I do have some other stickers here. I'm sure there'll be books in here. So I could maybe take a little bit off there at an angle though. There's a stack of books. That's quite big though. Let's see what else we've got in here. I'll zoom that back out a wee bit. Ooh, lots of books. These ones are too big though. We need smaller books. Your day job has the nerve to send you stuff. How very dare it. It's interrupting your stream watching. Wait, some of these book covers are really pretty as well. Yeah, I had a look through them, Cal. They're much bigger. They would be like foreground. These are all big as well. I was hoping for like a small stack. Writing implements. Maps. More book covers. Might be out of luck here. Oh, hang on. These are too big as well. They're nice, but they're too big. Also too big. Oh, that would have been lovely if it had been smaller. Don't know if you can hear Jock snoring. He started snoring again. These bookshelves are all at angles. That's not helpful. These remind me of the paper blanks covers, of which, you know, I have a lot of them. I think I might be out of luck here. Oh no. No, too big. All too big. Oh. Might get away with that. Or I could cut out something from here. That might work. I'm glad it's not me that's causing the technical issues for a change. Right, I think I'm going to cut this one out. I just noticed the cat. Oh, the pile on the left. Yeah, I could use that one. Right, we'll bookmark that. Pardon the pun. We'll bookmark that one as well, Cal, for more bookiness. All the bookiness. Yeah, I think they're a good size. I don't have a. Hang on one moment. I like to have one of these wee plastic trays, and it's just to put my, you know, like my clippings in. I don't know why. The smart speaker who shall not be named. I don't know why she just went off there because I didn't say her name. I don't know what she thought I was saying. Bizarre. There we go. Yeah, could really do with some specs here, but we'll manage. It's a fairly straightforward shape, you know, it's blocky, so it's not so much of an issue for fussy cutting, but we'll just be careful all the same. Only if you want to, Cal. I'm always open to stuff like this because I say I do the scrappy packs as well that I sell in the shop. I know that Purple's not in the stream today for any of you that were in on Friday. So Purple is, she's almost a neighbour to me. She's in a neighbouring county. She's not, you know, like in the next town or anything. But she's aware of the shop in my nearest town that is, it's just a scrapbooking shop, which is wild. And they're having a table sale on Saturday, so I'm going to go and see what I can pick up, not just for myself, but for the scrappy pack situation, because I'd quite like to build that up and have more of that in the shop as well. So it'll be the money will be being spent, I feel. Oh, there we go. Little stack of books there, like that. Right, let's see if I can put in a few of these other bits now. I kind of wanted a candlestick, but they're too tall. But I think this candle with the ribbon on it might be a good shout. I know that's a bit of a fire hazard, but we're okay. It's just pretend. So we'll have that, and also I quite like this jar as well. I feel like the jar and then the camera. Do I want this camera? Yeah, because I want to get that sort of cluttered feel, so obviously the best way to do that is to layer things up. I've actually stuck that frame down a bit too well. And then I can maybe pop this candle in, or maybe I could put the candle in down here. That's not a terrible idea. Fine, pry that off a bit. There we go. Maybe in that way would be easier. Okay. Here's my water. I've got so much stuff sitting about, like I've got desk blindness, I can't see anything. No problem, Cal, there's no rush. A plant for the windowsill. I was thinking maybe this one. That's quite big though again. I kind of want a smaller plant. I don't have any plants in here. Let's have a look in this pack. This desk is an absolute riot. No plants at all, really? Oh, that one's upside down. No. I've got root vegetables that have been pulled out the ground. Do they count? No, I've got no plants in here. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. Talking of internet issues, Irene tells me the next door village has no internet. So cash, yeah, you said that, Jan, that you're not going to be, you might be cash only this evening. Just something, I just don't carry cash like at all. I've got a stash in the house that we use for emergencies, but that's about it really. Just having a flick through. This is quite an odd wee book, this one. It's a real sort of hodgepodge of things. So there's some moons, which is very pertinent today, like this one with the trees and the silhouettes. But it goes from that to old media, so there's like a rotary phone and stuff. Yeah, it's just, and like there's a sticker that says Princess Anne. Like, yes, interesting. A bit of a random collection. Got some mushrooms. Oh, oh look, we've got, that might come in handy for the desk. There's a jar as well. I was just looking to see if I just want a wee pot plant. Like, I can't believe all the stuff that I've got that I don't have a wee pot plant sticker. I might have to delve back into the collection because I'm pretty sure I'll have some somewhere. Okay. To be fair, I don't think there's much else I want floating about. I've got this wee picture frame, which again, I was kind of thinking that we could just slide that in there. But the question is, what do we put in the picture frame? We've got a myriad of things that we could put in a picture frame. Do we want that on the windowsill? I'm like, what can we put on the windowsill? This is too big though. That would have been nice if it was a wee bit smaller. What can we put in the picture frame? There's some flowers here. Irene's just texting you about going for it. Is it pub quiz night, Jan? No? No, that's not, it's not a Wednesday, is it? You're just going for a jolly tonight for a bit of a refreshment. No, I don't like anything in here. Nothing's tickling me in that one. I've got this one as well. So this is mystical. This one is bibliophilia. This one is mystical ephemera. So let's see. There's a stack of books there as well. That would have been a good one if we just wanted to take over the whole shelf. I just want to see if there's something that we can put in the frame. Fairies. Oh, here's some little ones here, look. Oh, that was just almost made for that. Okay, maybe we don't want the moon though. Most of them are landscape as well. What can we, do we have enough space there? Just, okay. What do we want? What would go well? What do we think? Has anybody got any feelings on what would sit nicely in the frame? It would be great if you had an eclipse sticker. I think that's about the closest. I do have an eclipse sticker. It's one of these ones in the back here though. Oh, that's wet there. That's where my glass must have been sitting. I feel as if I'm in just like a state of chaos today. This is ridiculous. That's just where my glass was sitting, you know, where I had it sitting beside me. It's made my table damp, which in turn has made everything else damp. It's not ideal when you're working with paper. I'll pop that up there. Put a moon over a sun. Top right quarter, moon or eclipse. Oh, this one up here. It's like or this one. I do have, right, hang on a wee second, because I do have, if this will try home. I do have an eclipse, but I think it stopped dropping things today either. This is ridiculous. Ugh. I also feel weird being in my bare feet as well. Like, that's a thing. Yeah, see, we've got an eclipse here, Thea, but it's pretty big. We've got lots of moons, though. They're just on the large side is all. We're going totally off piece the boat. This one. I don't know. I think I quite like the idea of a moon one. Maybe this one. Or this one. Nice to see you, Pam. Thanks for stopping in. Martine likes the one in the top right. Will we go with that? If we saw your bare feet, something has gone seriously. You can see my bare feet if you want. My toenails are painted because I go to yoga. Obviously you do yoga in your bare feet, so I mean I hate my feet. I've got horrible feet. But I do make sure that my feet are clean and moisturised, and my toenails are painted because other people are subjected to them. Or out of left field, like a traditional posh house, the woman's head. Oh, this one. Do you know what? I'm going to go and get another frame and we can have two. So we could have this one and this one. I like that idea. Right, let's do that. I don't know the best way to do this is probably to take the sticker off and chop the tails off. These are quite sticky, you know, like they've got good adhesive. So I think we'll put Moon at the bottom. Let me just see where I'm going to put these. I don't want. We don't want it level with the shelf though, because that'll look a bit too regimented. I think like one there and one maybe there. You meant by accident. Right, let me just see how that sits. They're a little bit small for the frames. I'm just wondering if that might, like they're narrow. Don't know what I want to do. Do I want to stick it onto something else? Because I've got, just wandering about holding my sticker. Like we've got like the wallpapery bits. See if I can do this one-handed. Oh, that would be quite good. Okay, so I've got a bit of. If I stick that on there, there's a process. Joke, honking away. Truck's making the funniest noises. There's a lot of this now, a lot of it. There we go. Perfecto. I figured out why he's making noises. His nose is like squished up this like the side of his head. It's making him make like honky noises, but he makes a lot of noises now. Even when he's awake, there's a lot of sort of squeaking and that kind of thing. He's get quite vocal in his old age. Oh, that's how I do it for the paintings and the miniatures I build. I glue the frame to the paper for not sticking very well. I might need to get other glue out, which I should have. I've got a really precise. Just trying to remember where it is. I've got so much stuff. It's more like a model glue. I'm just going to leave the frames as they are again, just for contrast. I thought if we had two together, that would look, you know, it would look all right, kind of thing. Right, I'm going to leave that to do its thing, and we'll deal with the other one. Yeah, portrait lady, if we put our portrait is going to be the same thing. So let me try and find, I want to go with that. That's fine for the moon one, but I feel for this one we need like lighter or at least brown paper. See what I've got. I was thinking I'll maybe find something in here. Yeah, even something like that would be fine. Got these smaller bits in here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go with that. That'll just do the job. Pretty stick is good for sticking wood frames. You can just run it over the frame. I've got a pretty stick somewhere. Do you know that? Again, I say somewhere. I think it might be over at the other day. Yeah, I can see it from here. That's a good shout, Cal. I'll go and get that. Yeah, I've got some really good model glue somewhere, and it's got a really long, thin, like applicator on it, and it's fab for doing, you know, wee tiny frames like that because you can get a really precise line. A bit that I cut off stuck to the page. Come on. I wonder if I can get in that right. Oh, this is what I see what I mean about the adhesive. It's really sticky. There we go. Good grief. Before you find the Brit stick. Brit stick has its place. Come on. Pop the side off first. Should really do this the other way round and use my dominant hand to cut. So should we put her that way, you think, then? Make it an actual portrait. Contact glue with the tiny needle applicator. Do you know what? I had one of those as well, and I found it like with quite a lot of it, I was getting like a lot of blockages. I was spending a lot of time like poking a pin down it. To be fair though, I probably wasn't using it as often and cleaning it out properly when I was finished using it. I've probably got a lot to do with it. Try and get that in the middle-ish. Like there. Yeah, that'll work. Let's stick ahoy. The humble Pritt stick. I'm going to pop this out the way. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm actually running out of space here. I didn't think that was possible. Like I can't physically have any more desks. It's not possible. I need to get my little scissors. Spend more time looking around for stuff than I do actually scrapbooking. Said accompanied by Jock's gentle snoring. It was also Pippi's birthday yesterday. Bless her. Now officially middle-aged at 7. I don't think she noticed it was her birthday though. Where did that go? Right, okay. We do, that's something we don't like. Some people celebrate their dog's birthdays, but that's not a thing that we do. It's just like, happy birthday, there you go. Congratulations. This might just not be as easy as I thought it was going to be. There. There. The good thing about using Pritt Stick as well is you've got a decent amount of time to like slide things about, you know, to put them, you know, for positioning. Got a bit of wiggle room there. Trying to be gentle with this. I'm trying not to get Pritt Stick all over my fingers this way. Oh, that's, oh, we're squint. Good grief. Better? No, worse the other way. Too much the other way. There. Okay, good. Good, good, good. I feel like the progress is slow, but we are making progress. I don't know what I want on this windowsill as well. I want things on the windowsill, but if you remember last time I talked about making this like a desk, using this wood grain paper and, you know, cutting this into a sort of desk shape. So I might do that first before I decide, you know, how much stuff or what I want on the windowsill. Again, I could probably just tuck that under a little bit. Just under the frame and no more. And just have that all the way across there. Maybe cut off a wee bit of a corner. Because the other thing I've got for this side, one thing that I picked out was this sticker with the sofa, you know, like the chair on it. So I was kind of thinking about having that there. So having this as a desk with stuff underneath it and all the rest of it, and then this side could be a bit more of a clutter of things. So for example, that nice chest that I found that I really liked, this one here, that could maybe be, you know, kicking about somewhere in the vicinity. I thought that might be quite cool. Kind of like this other shelf as well. I might just plonk that there, just for funsies. Like all the shelves. It's a shame I couldn't have like a rug. I wonder if I've got a sticker that would look like a rug. This is really curly, this paper. Pop a bit off to work with. There we go. And pop that behind me now to the discarding desk. What about one of those that looks like a paper blank book? Oh, for a rug. Yeah, we could do that. That sounds good. Could maybe cut it. This is the thing, and I really, really like these books. These are the Peter Popper books. They do all different ones, and they are themed, but there's usually a lot of variety in them. you know, within like themes within the theme, if you know what I mean, and you can find lots of things that might just suit you. And they're great to flick through as well. And the stickers say the adhesive on them is really good, and the stickers are really, really high quality. Oh, look at all the constellations. These are so cute. Oh, I like those. Love the fact there's an old-fashioned phone on there as well. Just wondering if there's maybe like some bats for you as well, if you like that sort of thing. And owls, we're always up for owls here in the cave. We like owls. If I did script with those are the books I'd buy, they're so pretty. Yeah, they are. They're really reasonably priced as well, and you know that these have been curated. See, that's so nice. There is a lot of AI slop kicking about for scrapbooking. Um, these are extremely high quality, and I just feel that they've been really thoughtfully curated as well. Put one of the constellations in the window. Oh, here's the constellations. Where've they gone? Right, hang on. That's an excellent idea, because we could put them like up in the corner. Because that's almost the same colour as well. Oh, that's exciting. Patty, that was an excellent suggestion. Which one do I want? I think I want this one. I'm trying not to lose my place here though. Are you awake? No, he's doing this weird thing where he's asleep with his eyes open. If we could just tuck that up in there, no one would even know. Be slightly further over. There. Love it, Patty. Thank you. Right, what was I doing? Rug. Looking for something that might make a rug. Yeah, I love these books. I've got a Christmas one as well. Obviously, the theme's quite tight on that one. This is the Harry Potter rip-off page, I call it. Clearly a sorting hat. And they're clearly... what's the owl's name? Hedwig? Oh, look, more. The cauldron. Yeah, I was just looking to see if there was anything else. To-do stickers. Didn't even know they were in there. Never get tired of looking through these either. Oh, see if that had been a bit bigger. That'd have been nice. Okay. Right, let's go back to the other one. I don't need another sticker book. I don't need another sticker book. See, my issue with this is perspective. I don't suppose it would matter though, really, would it? But we could use one of those. There was an owl. Should we have an owl? Do we need owls, guys? I'm happy to include an owl. You can sit up on top of something like Archimedes. I'm sure there was another page. There's a map of the British Isles. Density of population. This one. An owl sitting on the window ledge. Oh. There is the fact that under the chair has got wood flooring under it. Yeah, yeah, there's that. So were you thinking like one of these ones? A smallish owl, Jan. Or you could have a really obnoxious one. The red looks ruggish. The red looks ruggish. The page with the to-do stickers at the bottom, there are rectangles. Just after the Harry Potter page, that was in the other book. See, we've got these ones though. I was thinking like this one or this one because they're a bit smaller as well. You know, they're not going to take over the entireness. Entireness. Cherubs. Yeah, I think we'll go with one of them. Hi, Polly. Hello from insanely hot Central Florida. Oh dear, another casualty. Okay, I want to see. Yeah, I think I could go with that. I could live with that. It seems to be obnoxiously hot in a lot of places. Yeah, I'm quite taken with this green one. I think that's a good shout. Okay, so I'll leave that open there because I want to put some stuff. I know roughly where my chair's going. I think we'll have this kind of like almost front and centre here. So what's that? It's about 2 centimetres. Like something like that. I want this to be right at the front, I think. Yeah, let's pop that there. Something like that. Right, okay. I want my chest in. That sounds ridiculous. You know what I mean. 91. Oh, that's warm, isn't it? It's warm. Kind of have to decide where the line between the wall and the floor is as well. I'm not, I mean, like, but this is a scrapbook page. It doesn't have to be that accurate, but I think just like a sort of rough idea. So I'm just going to pencil in a wee mark there. So roughly there. So anything below that line can be floor stuff, and anything above it can be wall stuff. I'm pretty sure we can cram some more books in there. Yes, I'm thinking that that'll sit somewhere about there. That'll be good. Yeah. We can fill up this floor space with other stuff. It wasn't babbage related. Could chop the wooden floor out. Yeah, I could. I don't know. I'm kind of not that bothered about it. Maybe at the front here, like just round the line of washes, the skirting. Well, I've got this one. That'd probably work quite well. We could have something as flooring. I'm not quite sure what though. I kind of like just having the pattern, like to keep the feel of the page rather than making it look like a scene, if you know what I mean. I think what we'll do is, I think that's a good idea. Let's see if I can unpeel. Yeah, there we go. Take you off just now. Right there-ish. I think I'll pop that right up at the edge there. I've got things sticking to me. Okay, so that gives us a very definite line, which is nice. Right, for this, I would really like to get this desk situation sorted out. Kind of almost want to cut this on a diagonal, so that like make the desk maybe just a wee bit wider than the windowsill, but look as if it's, you know, it's tapering away. So if I do that, I know what that fits in there perfectly. Okay, we'll make it just the chop it off. Hi Maxie, how's it going? And then this is like really, I'm gonna have to bend this celery to make it easier to work with. For the stick, asking for a friend. Yeah, Peter Popper Press. We can get them on Amazon here in the UK. I don't know if you'll be able to do in Canada. It is an American company. Visit us at www.peterpopper.com. Printed in China. They are, say, they're really good quality though, and they do lots of different ones. I think they do like a cottage core type one, I think. You have another one of those wood grain bits of paper, which is even curlier. I know, I'm just kind of like manipulating it a wee bit here. Like, behave yourself. That's pretty good. Right, that should be a little bit easier to cut now. This out the way. I think I need to change the blade on that. My scalpel, it seems to be quite dull. I can hear a buzzy thing at the window. Buzzy thing. That looks really squint. I have cut that at a terrible angle. Oh well. Such is life. That gives me a nice bit for another shelf if I want it as well. Didn't put them on your wish list. Don't know what you're talking about, Cal. No idea what you're talking about. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Looks like a desk. Perfect. We're going to get the old Pritt stick out again. I really enjoyed the Pritt stick today. Oh, they have a fairy one. Oh, that's it. Patty's off. That's it. All bets are off. I don't need any more stickers. Jem Jem the Enabler at your service. See the thing about scrapbooking, right? That this is my issue with it. You need so much storage space, or you need to be incredibly disciplined, and curate the different things that you keep. And this is one of the problems with scrapbooking in general. It's become very consumerism rather than actually using scraps. You know, people are buying a lot of things, and that's not really what scrapbooking was, you know, was designed to do. And obviously everyone has the right to do things the way they want to do them. But there is a lot of buying things now, and you have to buy things in packs. You don't just get like 5 stickers or whatever. Or, you know, one roll of washi tape. It's a pack of like 6 rolls of washi tape. So there's a lot of that, and that it takes up space so quickly. I've got space, and even I'm running out of space. Um, so you have to be quite strict. But this is one of the reasons why I wanted to start selling the scrappy packs. So have things that fit together either by theme or by colour, but they're small and contained, and you'll likely use them up in maybe 2 or 3 pages, and you're not left with this massive, stuff. Um, so that's my thing about it. Um, and just as an example, these packs of stickers here that I was going through earlier, these ones. So there's 6 sheets. It shows you there's 6 sheets in one of those. But that came as a pack of 5, so there was 5 of these. So that one thing that would have been bought at one point, even if you've got them in a file, those soon pile up, and they take up space. So it's a very fine balance, because you can end up being quite hoardy, and I'm not a hoardy person. I know some people are, and they like to, keep all the things. I'm not like that, so I try and, keep it as curated as possible. Mary says this is why I like watching you do it. That's a fair comment. Fair comment. Right, okay, so at least we've got the desk. It's 5 past 5. I am going to have to stop here. But I feel like we've got a bit of structure now, and things are starting to clutter up nicely, which is what we were after. But yeah, this is a lot of stuff to put away. These packs of stickers are outrageous. There's just sticker sheets everywhere. Like, see if I zoom out, there is literally just stuff everywhere, and the desk next to this and behind me is just as bad. You can get the enjoyment of seeing you create something. Yes, you can live vicariously through me. It's fine. I don't mind. But no, definitely, like the amount of stuff that I got, I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to accrue much more than I've got. And I do find, again, there's some things you get, like when I was showing the paper packs last week with these in, there's 2 of each design, and there's 5 designs. So you've got 10 of those. I mean, realistically, unless you are making like a big scene, if you're in a really big scrapbook, the likelihood of you using all 10 of those, especially when they're duplicates, is quite slim. You might use like, 2 or 3, and then the other ones just sit there. So there's a bit of that as well. But again, with things like that, rather than going and buying things, the piece that I cut off here, I've kept that as a scrap, obviously, and I can use that for something smaller later on, and that's the way to do it, not continuously like just mass buying. There's another set here. I haven't even looked at these. I haven't even opened them, and this is like vintage style. They're all grayscale. But I mean, realistically, when am I going to use a black and white pair of onions? I don't know that I ever will, honestly. So yeah, there's that. There's stuff like that. But again, it's down to preference. It's what people like to do. That's a big part of it as well. Um, you can see from what I've done before that mine's very eclectic, and it's just like I get a feeling about something, and sometimes it's cohesive, and other times it's more just like a collage. The googly eyes and the monsters is still my favourite one. Like, that is actually my favourite scrapbook page in this whole book. And I was really pleased to find these pipe scraps, and that was from the shop in my local town. So yeah, it's just a little bit of preference and whatnot. Oh, what's that's come dislodged? Oh, that belongs in there. Belongs in the pocket. So horses for courses, but I feel like overconsumption is very easy if you get into scrapbooking. And I say a lot of it is AI generated as well, so you know. Patty usually uses what she wants and then gives the rest away. Well, see, that was the idea with the scrappy packs. They're really affordable, and you're not going to be overwhelmed with like 10 lots of whatever. You've got 2 or 2 or 3, and that's enough to do you kind of thing. Anyway, now that I'll get off my soapbox about that. Thanks for joining me today, guys. This has been great. I've still got a bit of a sore head. I think I'm going to have to go and take some painkillers. And I've got a lot of tidying up to do here. But I think I'm going to go and sort my headache out first, and then come back through. I don't know. Honestly, don't know what I'm doing with videos. I don't have time just now. and I want to have time, but there's so much stuff going on. I'm not even getting my housework done just now. So there's things that have to be done. The next live stream is Saturday morning, this coming Saturday. So if you are an early bird, I will be here from 6:30 British summer time. So if anyone wants to come and join me for an early stream, I am going to be gouache painting on Saturday. I don't know if I'll be painting the lantern that I talked about, but I will be gouaching on Saturday morning. So please feel free to join me. I'll probably stream until about 8:30, 9-ish, and then I'll have to get a move on and get out and get my wall painted again. The ongoing saga of painting the house. Yeah, thanks for joining me, everyone. Thanks for all the other hands as well. Mary will be sleeping. That you do it, that Mary. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you back in the cave really soon. Have a good day.